Hey there, and welcome to the eighth episode of the Royal Duck podcast. My name is Prarthana, and I'm so glad to have you here. So, in today's episode, let's talk about the recently concluded Anderson-Tendulkar Trophy. I was really looking forward to this series because, uh, obviously, as a cricket fan, whenever teams like India and England play, there's going to be some really good cricket because both teams are stubborn, gritty, and are excellent cricket teams. And as an Indian fan, I was also interested in seeing this because this series would um, sort of give you an idea of how India would play and approach things, especially following the retirements of Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, and Ashwin, who were very central and important to India's test setup, and and also Shubman Gill as you know a first time captain. So it would give you great insights into it. So I was really eager to see this, and was also kind of at first disappointed by how people reacted to Shubman Gill being announced as captain just because their favorite player was not playing anymore. They literally would say such horrible, mean stuff about him, and so I was kind of disappointed by that. Um, like I guess that kind of fan behavior should be called out and not encouraged. And so yeah, I was glad that in this series, the cricket did the talking more than actual verbal responses. So yeah, let's talk about the matches. So match number one in Leeds. Oh, obviously, everyone really wanted to watch this match, very highly anticipated match, because it was clearly the dawn of a new era from India. And in India's first innings, you had like 300s, and it was really good to see. And you obviously had two more hundreds in India's second innings. So that's a total of 500s from India, and so you could see how the Indian batters stepped up, but the bowling sort of failed, and you had some good hundreds by some of the English players as well, like Pope, Brook, and Duckett. So yeah, I feel like one kind of weird thing that does happen when India is playing is that when Jasprit Bumrah is playing, so for some reason he's expected to do the heavy lifting, and the other bowlers, like, they just I don't know. I guess they sort of fail to deliver. Like, of course, you could, if you look into like someone like Mohammad Siraj, like he does give it his all, and he does try. You can see that, but I don't know. Whenever Bumrah's playing, it's like the other bowlers don't really execute, and when he's not playing, suddenly they wake up and decide to step up. So I guess they need to work on that, because you can't really continue going on like that. So like that, the same thing happened in this match. So when Bumrah's playing, the heavy lifting of the bowling was sort of done by him, and the other bowlers did not really execute as well. And yeah, like, of course, you had a fifer, and you had all this no ball drama. Was all this match is insane, but England held on. I guess their baseball worked at that moment, and they actually went on to win this match. So it was uh, good for them, I guess. And the second match took place in Birmingham, so all eyes were on India in this one. And this match really belonged to Shubman Gill. Like, he really shut all his haters up and let his bat do the talking, and so that was really great to see. 269 in the first innings, then followed that up by 161, breaking all sorts of records, making new ones, breaking records that were created even before he was born, like by Azharuddin and Sunil Gavaskar and stuff. That was really phenomenal to watch. And he was in some really good form. Like that match in Birmingham was really his. Though you can't really forget contributions by like the bowlers like Akashdeep and Mohammad Siraj. They also really stepped up, especially Akashdeep, a total of 10 wickets in this match. Like he was really phenomenal too. And so yeah, this match is a good example of how the other bowlers stepped up in Bumrah's absence. And then we come to the third match, which was at Lord's in London. And this match was also like pretty up and down, really. And but you could see how both teams were very passionate about the cricket they played. You could see a bit of drama and sportsmanship. So it was pretty up and down for both teams in and that whole drama with Zach Crawley and stuff, towards like I think it was the end of day 2 or day 3. That was kind of wow, funny to see. Not funny, more entertaining to see. And obviously you could see moments of sportsmanship towards the end of this game, and it really showed us fans and enthusiasts what cricket is truly about. And so yeah, India came close to winning it, but this match ended in heartbreak for us. And then we come to the fourth match, which took place in Manchester. So in Manchester, you had India put up a decent score in, most of the top order getting some 50s in the first innings for India. And England, of course, posted a mammoth total in their batting innings. You had some good scores by Crawley, Duckett, Pope, and Root, of course. And Ben Stokes, he was phenomenal this match. Like, phenomenal. He scored a 140 and got a fifer in the same match. You know, that just shows us how good of a player he is. And, it was really, this match sort of was really just showed it. But of course, this match will, I guess, I will remember it more for the fight back India gave, because in India's second innings, although they lost Sudarshan and Jaiswal quite early, uh, the kind of fight put up by Shubman Gill and KL Rahul that day was, memorable, very memorable. England went wicketless for the rest of the day. After that, was really good. Oh, my heart broke when KL Rahul went out on 90, because the way he was playing, he truly deserved to get 100. But yeah, I was glad that at least Gill went on to like to score a century. So that was good to see. And of course, when we speak about this match, we have to talk about the drama that happened. And the way I see things, at least, England were not wrong to offer the draw. They were well within their rights to offer the draw at that moment. But India were also well within their rights to decline the draw at that point of time. There's no harm in wanting to get to a milestone. Like, I know you don't play only for the milestones, but these milestones are important. And the way Washington Sundar and Ravindra Jadeja were playing, they fully deserve to get to those milestones. They were fully deserving of it. What made this whole situation wrong was how England reacted after the draw was declined. I'm probably being a bit too blunt about this, but they acted like a bunch of crybabies. And that was not really within the spirit of the game, because once the draws decline, just move on, continue playing. And yeah, that England's reaction to the draw being declined is what made this whole thing wrong. So yeah, that is the way I see things. And Washington Sundar and Ravinder Jadeja were decent enough to accept the draw after they got to their centuries. I would have liked it better if they continue playing till the end of the day just to annoy them. Because I mean, there was just about an hour's play left. I mean, if they just went on to play till the end of the day, it would have been really good to see that. But okay, this is not bad too. Both got to their centuries and they fully deserved it. So it was good to see that. And of course, we have to talk about Rishabh Pant too. Playing with an injury in this match, he was also really showed his grit. He had so much passion and love for the game. He still came to play with an injured foot, so hats off to Rishabh Pant. And then we come to the fifth match, which was at the Oval. This whole game was like surrounded with drama, like literally before it even began to like quite the literally the end. This game was like packed with drama. It had more drama than your average TV serial, and in a good way. So obviously before the match even started, there was drama because the ground curator decided for some reason India had to maintain some distance from the pitch, but it was okay for England's coach to walk on it. And was a green top pitch, overcast conditions. That was just Englanding. There's no other way of describing it. I know it sounds very informal and stupid, but England was Englanding at that point of time. And India went for like some 220 score. And yeah, it was good to see England also go for like on this around the same rate, like, because although they had some real firepower by their top order, the rest of the guys just collapsed like a pack of cards, and they just went like, I think they just had like a 20-run lead or something at that point of time. And oh, and then you had India's second innings too, where they actually did kind of well actually in the second innings. Like the batters at least stepped up somewhat better than before. Jaiswal 100, of course, and Jadeja's 50. But I guess what brought a bigger smile to my face more than that is Akashdeep getting 66, because I mean, a night watchman going on to make a 50 always brings a smile, I guess, to everyone. Like, I think the only time when I saw Gambhir like truly smile when the game was still on was when Akashdeep got that 50. I also, it's like, how many times have you seen Gautam Gambhir smile? Seriously, think about it. And then, of course, this was like a good match to watch, like, especially, towards the end of day four and day five for India fans. Because, say, around the middle of day four, you'd still think England were more likely to win the match, but I guess after Harry Brook went out, it just opened up, more opportunity for India to win. And so I guess if you would know what I'm talking about, if you tuned in on day five, not knowing which way the match would go, um, at that point of time, I still thought England would win because the way Jamie Smith and Jamie Overton were, the way they were going at it, you'd think, okay, this is England's game to lose. There's no way on earth England could lose from this point. But then the way India fought back, Siraj, especially Siraj and Prasidh Krishna, it was amazing. This was like really special to me, this victory. I mean, I found it special. You'd remember, if by the end of it, Gus Atkinson and the injured Chris Works uh, were down in the middle, and when Atkinson went out, like I really just jumped out of my seat, and I was kind of out of control, but not as much as Gambhir. The way, if you'd seen the video, you'd know what I'm talking about. The way Gambhir just jumped up on Morne Morkel, and like, I'm pretty sure Morne Morkel went deaf for a day at least, because the way he yelled into his ear, for sure he went deaf for a while. And so, yeah, this series started with drama and also ended with drama. And again, hats off to Chris Box for coming out and batting with an injury. It takes a lot of grit to do that. And so that's how this match ended. And so, from an Indian point of view, this was a very promising match because you had so much happening. So it was obviously a very encouraging sign to see Shubman Gill's captaincy improve with each match. Like, it's still a sort of work in progress, but I guess we need to give him an opportunity before you give him backlash for no reason. From a bowling point of view, Siraj, my gosh, Siraj. Like, see, although Shubman Gill did win the India's player of the series, I do think he was fully deserving of it. But another player who was also like deserving of it was Siraj, because the way he's really pulled his socks up and delivered this entire match, not match, the entire series was really phenomenal. Was good to see Prasid Krishna too. Like, he didn't start off quite well in this series, but ended on a high, so that was really good to see. And obviously, Jadeja, I feel like he was also another person who was quite deserving of the player of the series, because his contributions were both in batting and bowling, so I was really impressed by that. And of course, Washington Sundar contributed in both batting and bowling. Jaiswal, I was glad to see him score, but and I just felt like his form's a bit up and down. But yeah, I was quite pleased. But so yeah, I guess this Indian news side is quite good. They're showing good promise of what could be. Even Akash Deep, sorry, I should mention Akash Deep too. He was also very good and always stepped up in Bumrah's absence. And of course, who can forget that 50? So yeah, from India's POV, this was good. You had like the experience of someone like KL Rahul, and of course, you had Karun Nair come into this side after a very long time. I wish he delivered a bit more. I feel like with Karun Nair, I don't know, he may have had a lot of pressure on his mind, but I hope things turn out well for him. So, you from India's side, you had some experienced players, and you had a relatively pretty young side come in and pull off some great work. So that was really good to see. And from an Indian POV, and or just a cricket fan in general, you got entertainment, full on entertainment. You got drama, you got passion, you got moments of sportsmanship, and uh you got everything. It's a package. So yeah, that was I guess that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great day.